We have a question over here. So when you decided to go to Gallaudet for your master's again, did you feel like your experiences in Kenya really helped you? Oh, did you feel like your experiences in Kenya really influenced your decision to go back to Gallaudet for school counseling? So let me go back a little bit. There was one particular event that influenced my decision. Let me look at the slide here. So yes, I did have my bachelor's in psychology, and that was very, very general. It didn't have a specific emphasis. Then I started to think about teaching deaf children or maybe what I wanted to do. So when I joined the Peace Corps, there was a lot of exposure with children. Then I realized I cannot teach American children. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of an emotional moment here. So the people of Kenya really craved the education, and I saw their desire to learn. So in Kenya, the deaf kids there really did crave the education, but in America it was not that same feeling. So really, I did realize that I wanted to work with deaf kids, but I wanted to see what other avenues there were. So that's why I decided on the counseling. So I really felt that that was my calling because I wanted to work with the deaf kids and I wanted to facilitate that communication in terms of education. So I did feel like it helped me in deciding on what I wanted to do. And I realized through this experience that I liked working with interracial children. Does that answer your question? Yeah? Okay, thanks. So now I moved here to Wisconsin. So now for my presentation, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the content. So let's talk about my experience with interpreters a little bit. So a while ago, I was involved with the Miss DC America pageant. So this was all hearing people. There were no other deaf people. I was super excited to be involved in this, and I was ready to go. So I did ask my friend if she didn't mind interpreting for me during this pageant. But the white interpreter realized that I myself would probably be better suited and it would be a better match if there was a black interpreter. So she really saw that importance to match my identity to have that black interpreter instead. I was really impressed that she was able to recognize that. So I did have two interpreters. There's one for kind of behind the scenes, and then one when I was on stage. pageant directors, I'm gonna go back for a second to the interpreter. So pageant directors realized for my platform presentation topics that I decided to talk about deaf education. So that was kind of one of the contributing factors of my Kenyon experience as well. So they were really not able to provide interpreters for me for the platform presentation topics. But I did have training to go ahead and sit through the panel on what to wear, how to do my hair. I did have those different trainings every week before we did the pageant. But there was no interpreter. So I'd always have to ask my friend if they would interpret for me for these different weekly meetings. I was not happy about that at all. So I decided to change my platform presentation topic. So I changed my topic to be in regards to knowledge of the ADA and what that law entails. I felt like that this topic really matched with the times. So the initiatives of the mayor in DC really did match this topic, so I thought it was appropriate. I really felt discriminated towards from that director. It really affected me because I didn't feel supported. So there was some overt discrimination as well. There was a dance number required. So I was put in the back during that. But I can dance, so I could have been put with the rest of the group. Why did I have to be in the back? So remember, before I had my topic in regards to deaf education, then I decided to change it. But the judge kind of asked me about my previous topic, so I was a little bit confused about why he asked me about my previous topic as regards to my new updated topic. So it ended up being really off topic. And again, like my focus of the topic was on ADA. Okay, we have another question from the audience. So I have also competed in pageants. So during the portion where the judges are asking you questions, did you feel like they gave you more time because you did have an interpreter? I think for me, I was only given 8 minutes to answer the question. Were you given extra time, like maybe 10 minutes?
Hold, switch, and then you get to interpret that response.